Have you ever reached to grab something from the top shelf and felt a twinge in your shoulder that wasn't there before? Or maybe you've noticed how getting up from your favorite chair takes just a little more effort each year. I remember when my dear friend Martha told me she avoided visiting her grandchildren because she was afraid of falling on their stairs. That broke my heart. Did you know that after age 60, we lose about 3% of our muscle strength every year if we don't do anything about it? That's right, by 70, you could have lost nearly a third of your strength from just a decade earlier. But here's the good news that many doctors won't tell you. It doesn't have to be this way. I'm Susan, and after helping hundreds of seniors just like you rebuild their strength, I've discovered something remarkable. You don't need fancy equipment or exhausting workouts to stay strong. You just need the right movements, done the right way, in the comfort of your own home. Today, I'm going to share 7 simple exercises that have helped folks like Bob, who at 82 can now play with his great-grandchildren again, and Elaine, who canceled her assisted living applications after finding her independence through these movements. Stay with me until the end, because the last exercise is one that changed everything for me personally. It's so simple you'll be shocked, yet almost no one over 60 knows about it. Exercise number 1, chair sit to stand. Have you noticed how getting up from a chair feels harder than it used to? This isn't just annoying, and it's actually one of the first signs that your leg muscles are beginning to weaken. Let me tell you about George, a 74-year-old former postal worker who came to me last year. George loved attending his community theater, but he stopped going because he was embarrassed about struggling to stand up after the shows. He thought his active days were behind him. Here's what's happening in your body. The quadriceps muscles in your thighs are some of the largest in your body, and they're critical for everyday movements. When these muscles weaken, simple actions like standing become challenging. The good news is these muscles respond quickly to gentle exercise, even if you haven't been active in years. The chair sit to stand is the perfect solution, and you can do it right now. Sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor, hip width apart, lean slightly forward, bringing your nose over your toes. Press through your heels to stand up slowly. Lower yourself back down with control, using your hands for support if needed. Aim for 8 to 10 repetitions to start. The key here is to focus on your form rather than speed. George started with just 5 repetitions, using his hands for support. Within 3 weeks, he could do 12 repetitions without using his hands at all. Last month, he not only returned to his theater group, but volunteered to help with set changes. If this exercise feels too difficult, try using a higher chair or placing a firm cushion on the seat. If it's too easy, try slowing down each movement or holding the standing position for a few seconds. Have you ever felt frustrated by how hard it's become to get up from a chair? Share your experience in the comments below. You're not alone. If you are still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment exercise number 1 below to let me know you are here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Exercise number 2, wall push-ups. When was the last time you felt truly confident carrying groceries or lifting a heavy pot off the stove? Upper body weakness can sneak up on us, making everyday tasks feel suddenly daunting. My friend Eleanor, a vibrant 68-year-old grandmother, called me in tears one day. While babysitting her 2-year-old grandson, she couldn't lift him when he fell and scraped his knee. I felt helpless, she told me. Like I couldn't be the grandmother I want to be. What's happening is that our chest, shoulder, and arm muscles naturally lose strength as we age. This affects everything from opening jars to hugging our loved ones properly. But these muscles are remarkably resilient, even if you've never done strength training before. Wall push-ups are the perfect way to rebuild this strength gently. Stand facing a wall, about arm's length away. Place your palms flat against the wall at shoulder height. Slowly bend your elbows, bringing your chest toward the wall. Push back to the starting position with control. Start with 8 and 10 repetitions, resting if needed. The beauty of this exercise is that it works multiple muscle groups at once. Your chest muscles do the pushing, your shoulders stabilize the movement, and your arms guide the motion. This means you're getting triple the benefit with each repetition. Eleanor started doing wall push-ups every morning while her coffee brewed. At first, she could only do 5 before needing to rest. After 6 weeks, she could do 3 sets of 12. The next time her grandson visited, she not only lifted him with ease, but carried him around the garden to show him the birds. He thought I was Wonder Woman, she laughed. If this exercise feels too challenging, try standing closer to the wall. If you want more of a challenge, stand further away or try them on the kitchen counter at a greater angle. Remember, consistency matters more than intensity. Eleanor's success came from doing these push-ups daily, not from pushing herself too hard in any single session. Have you noticed tasks involving your arms and chest becoming more difficult? Type yes in the comments if you've experienced this change, and share what everyday activities you'd like to do with more confidence. Exercise number 3, ankle strengtheners. Do you ever feel unsteady when walking on uneven sidewalks? Or perhaps you've had a few close calls that made your heart race. Falls are one of the biggest threats to our independence as we age. And surprisingly, it often starts with weak ankles. I'll never forget meeting Richard, a retired history teacher who loved giving walking tours of our town's historic district. After a minor fall scared him, he stopped giving tours altogether. "I just don't trust my feet anymore," he confessed. What many don't realize is that ankle strength directly impacts our balance and stability. The small muscles surrounding your ankles are your body's first line of defense against falls. They make thousands of tiny adjustments every day to keep you upright, especially on uneven surfaces. When these muscles weaken, your risk of falls increases dramatically. Here's a simple ankle strengthening exercise you can do while watching TV. Sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor. Keeping your heels on the ground, lift just your toes in front of your feet up. Hold for 3 seconds, then lower. Next, keeping the balls of your feet on the ground, lift just your heels. Hold for 3 seconds, then lower. Do 10-15 repetitions of each movement. This gentle movement reawakens the ankle muscles and rebuilds the neural pathways that help your body react quickly to uneven surfaces. It's like reteaching your body a skill it used to know automatically. Richard was skeptical at first, but committed to doing these exercises during his morning news program. Within a month, he noticed he wasn't gripping handrails as tightly. After 3 months, he led his first walking tour in over a year. "My confidence came back with my strength," he told me with tears in his eyes. To make this exercise more effective, try it with bare feet to engage more small muscles. Once it becomes easy, try the same movements while standing, holding onto a sturdy chair for support. The beauty of ankle exercises is that they're invisible. You can do them anywhere. Richard now does them while waiting in line at the grocery store or standing at the kitchen sink. Has fear of falling ever kept you from activities you love? Or have you noticed feeling less sure-footed lately? Share a thumbs up in the comments if strengthening your ankles might help you feel more confident when walking. Exercise number 4, gentle back extensions. Does your back frequently ache when you stand for more than a few minutes? Or maybe you found yourself hunching forward more than you used to? A strong back isn't just about good posture. It's essential for nearly everything we do. My friend Dorothy, a 77-year-old avid gardener, came to me devastated when back pain forced her to abandon her beloved flower beds. "My garden is my joy," she said. "Without it, I feel like I've lost part of myself." Here's what happens. The muscles along your spine naturally weaken with age, especially if you spend a lot of time sitting. When these muscles can't properly support your spine, everyday activities become painful. Even worse, the resulting poor posture can compress your lungs and internal organs, affecting everything from your breathing to your digestion. This gentle back extension exercise can make a world of difference. Stand with your back against a wall, feet about 8 inches from the baseboard. Pull your navel gently toward your spine to engage your core. Try to flatten your entire back against the wall, focusing on the mid-back area. Hold for 5-10 seconds while breathing normally. Relax slightly and repeat 8 to 10 times. This exercise gently activates the deep muscles along your spine that maintain proper alignment. These muscles are designed for endurance rather than power, so the gentle, sustained contraction is perfect for rebuilding their strength. Dorothy started with just 3 back extensions each morning and evening. She couldn't believe how such a subtle movement could make a difference, but after 3 weeks, she noticed she could stand at her kitchen counter without pain. Within 2 months, she was back in her garden, starting with short 15-minute sessions. "I modified how I garden," she told me, "but I didn't have to give it up completely." If you find this exercise difficult to feel, try sliding your hand behind your lower back while doing it. You should feel your back muscles gently pressing against your hand. If you have significant back pain, Always check with your doctor before trying new exercises. The wonderful thing about strengthening your back is that the benefits extend to your whole body. Dorothy found that not only could she garden again, but her breathing felt easier and her digestion improved. Have you noticed yourself stooping more or having more back pain as you've gotten older? Type posture in the comments if you're going to try this exercise today. Exercise number 5, gentle core strengtheners. When was the last time you got out of bed with ease, without using your hands to push yourself up? A strong core doesn't just give you a flatter stomach, it's the foundation for almost every movement you make. Let me tell you about Frank, a 70-year-old grandfather who loved playing with his grandchildren, but found himself always saying, "Let me rest first." Rolling around on the floor with the kids had become nearly impossible because he couldn't get back up without help. Here's the science. Your core muscles form a natural corset around your middle, supporting your spine and connecting your upper and lower body. When these muscles weaken, everyday movements become harder and your risk of injury increases dramatically. But many people don't realize that aggressive exercises like sit-ups aren't necessary and can actually cause injury as we age. Try this gentle core strengthener instead. Lie on your back with knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Place your hands lightly on your stomach to feel the muscles working. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, gently draw your navel toward your spine without moving your back. Hold for 3 to 5 seconds while breathing normally. Relax and repeat 10 times. This subtle movement activates your deepest core muscles, the ones that provide stability for your entire body. Unlike sit-ups, which work the superficial muscles, this exercise strengthens your core from the inside out. Frank was skeptical at first. It seemed too gentle to make a difference, but he faithfully did these exercises while watching his evening news program. After 4 weeks, he noticed he was using the armrests on chairs less. After 8 weeks, he surprised everyone by getting up from a Eki blanket without using his hands during a family outing. "My daughter's jaw dropped," he laughed. She asked if I'd been secretly working out with weights. If you have difficulty feeling these muscles work, try placing a small book on your stomach and watch it rise and fall as you activate and release your core. Once this exercise becomes easy, you can progress by extending one leg while maintaining the core contraction. The beauty of this core exercise is that it's completely invisible. You can do it anywhere, anytime, even while lying in bed. Frank now does his core exercises during TV commercials and has made it a game to see how many he can fit in during a single show. Has getting up from the floor or out of bed become more challenging for you over the years? Give a heart in the comments if you're going to try this gentle core exercise today. Exercise number 6, balance builders. Remember when you could stand on one foot without thinking twice about it? Good balance isn't just for yoga enthusiasts. It's what keeps us independent and confident when moving through the world. My friend Harriet, an elegant 81-year-old, always prided herself on her graceful movements. When she stopped attending her weekly bridge game, I called to check on her. "I'm terrified of falling in public," she admitted quietly. "I've been having these moments where I suddenly feel unsteady." Here's what's happening. Balance relies on 3 systems working together: your vision, your inner ear, and the proprioceptors in your feet and ankles. As we age, all 3 systems can become less responsive. The good news, balance is like a muscle. The more you challenge it, the stronger it gets. This simple balance builder can work wonders. Stand behind a sturdy chair, holding the back lightly with one hand. Lift one foot slightly off the floor, even an inch counts. Hold for 10 seconds, focusing your gaze on something that doesn't move. Slowly place your foot down and repeat with the other foot. Aim for 3-5 repetitions on each side. This exercise retrains your balance systems to work together more efficiently. Your eyes provide visual cues. Your feet send position signals to your brain, and your inner ear adjusts to the slight change in head position. With practice, these systems become more responsive, making you steadier in all activities. Harriet started with just 5 seconds of balance on each foot, holding the chair firmly. She practiced every morning while waiting for her coffee to brew. After 6 weeks, she could balance for 15 seconds while barely touching the chair. The biggest victory came when she called me, excited. "I just came from bridge club. I walked across that slippery floor without even thinking about it." As you become more confident, you can progress by reducing your grip on the chair to just fingertips. Then try brief moments without holding on at all. Always have the chair there for safety. The most remarkable thing about balance training is how quickly it can improve. Unlike building muscle, which takes time, your balance systems can begin showing improvement in just a few days of consistent practice. Harriet now does her balance exercises while brushing her teeth, multitasking at its finest. My dentist is probably happy too. She jokes, since I'm brushing longer while I balance. Have you had moments where you felt suddenly unsteady? Or do you find yourself reaching for walls or furniture more often when walking? Type balance in the comments if you're going to make this exercise part of your daily routine. If you are still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment exercise number 6 below to let me know you are here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Exercise number 7, the forgotten movement. What if I told you the most important movement for maintaining independence as we age is one that almost no one talks about? It's not walking, it's not lifting, it's the ability to get up safely if you fall. This is the exercise I promised would surprise you. It changed everything for my brother James, who at 76 had resigned himself to using a medical alert button after a fall left him stranded on his kitchen floor for hours before help arrived. The harsh reality is that many seniors who fall cannot get themselves up, even if they're uninjured. This often leads to a cascade of problems: muscle damage from lying too long in one position, pneumonia from fluid building in the lungs, and perhaps worst of all, a crippling fear of being alone. Yet almost no senior fitness program teaches this crucial skill. Here's the forgotten movement: how to get up from the floor safely. If you've fallen, first lie still for a moment and assess for injuries. Roll onto your side, then push up onto your hands and knees. Crawl to a sturdy piece of furniture. A heavy chair or sofa works best. Place both hands on the seat of the furniture. Place your stronger leg forward, foot flat on the floor. Press through your hands and leg to bring yourself to a standing position. This sequence uses your strongest muscles and provides the most stability. It's the same movement pattern young children naturally use when learning to stand, and it remains the most efficient way for humans of any age to rise from the ground. James was reluctant to practice falling, so we started with just getting down to the floor voluntarily and back up using this technique. We practiced near his bed so the surface was soft. The first time took several attempts, but within 2 weeks, he could get up confidently. I never realized knowing how to fall could make me feel less afraid of falling, he told me. To practice safely, start from a kneeling position rather than fully lying down. Place a chair or sofa nearby and practice using it to pull yourself up. As you gain confidence, you can practice from a seated position on the floor, then eventually from lying down. The psychological impact of mastering this skill can't be overstated. James not only regained his confidence for living alone, but actually expanded his activities. He joined a gardening club where he happily gets down on his knees to plant, knowing he can get back up. I'm not afraid of going down anymore, he says, because I know I can get back up. This exercise isn't just about recovering from a fall. Practicing it regularly also strengthens your legs, arms, and core in functional patterns that transfer to everyday activities. Has fear of falling ever restricted your activities? Or have you ever fallen and struggled to get up? This is nothing to be embarrassed about. It happens to almost everyone as they age. Share a heart in the comments if you're going to practice this life-changing skill. As we reach the end of our time together today, I want you to remember something important. Strength isn't about looking good in a swimsuit or lifting heavy weights. It's about living the life you want to live on your own terms. Each of these 7 exercises takes less than 5 minutes, but together, they address every major muscle group needed for maintaining your independence. If you do nothing else, start with the chair sit to stand and the forgotten movement. These 2 alone could change your life. Think about something you used to enjoy but have given up because of strength or balance concerns. Maybe it's tending a garden, dancing with your spouse, traveling to see family, or simply playing with grandchildren on the floor. With consistent practice of these exercises, you might find yourself rediscovering these joys. I'd love to hear your story. Which of these exercises do you think will help you most? Is there an activity you're hoping to return to? Please share in the comments below. Your experience might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear to find hope. If you found value in today's video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Each subscription helps us reach more people just like you who want to stay strong, independent, and active in their golden years. And if you know someone who could benefit from these exercises, please share this video with them. It could be the gift that changes their life. Until next time, remember, you weren't born to sit on the sidelines. You were born to live fully at every